let me walk through what the new homework's going to be, because we are getting new homework today. We've done a couple days worth of notes. We're getting new homework today, which will be due on Wednesday this week.
Hey Ward,
Yeah.
when do we go through another quiz or test
Test
for this chapter? That we're on there.
about a week, week and a half.
Week and a half.
Week and a half.
I don't know,
About the end of next week, probably. End of next week.
Okay.
Are we getting enough pay to get in there since they're setting up field events?
Yeah, if they are setting up field events, then yeah.
Okay.
But if you have your, yeah, because I don't even think it's our tracking. I think it's Lake Mills hosting.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's weird because they couldn't have the tracking yet.
All
All right.
Yeah.
So, section that we're on section 6.8 today. We're doing simple interest loans. These are the loans we've been doing the last couple days in here. So simple.
It is our track meet because girls are in it.
Okay. Simple interest loans. So, all right. So these are on this the simple interest loans. What we've been talking about is the actual formula today.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the formula that we're going to be using today for the homework. Okay. A equals P times R times T. Okay, so this is my formula. Again, what this actually stands for. The A stands for the amount of interest charged. Amount of interest charged.
I may need a recap on how to
Hey, yes, got me a
discount.
piece of paper.
Yes.
This is the extra fee that we're getting charged here. The next part here, the P is the principal amount, which is the principal is the amount we borrowed, the borrowed money. Principal borrowed. It's the money that we're borrowing. R is the rate that we're getting charged. So R is the rate, the interest rate, which is a percent. Okay, we'll have to switch that percent to a decimal when we actually do this problem. And then the last one here, the last letter, T, is in time and years. Time, which is in years. Okay. And today we'll talk about what I want you to do for your homework. I'm going to slightly modify the homework answers today. So you only have 7 problems today in your homework, but I'm going to slightly modify what I want you to do with them. Does that make sense? So it's going to be a little bit different than what the book has. The book went a little too simple. We need to go a little more in depth, talk about how it's actually useful. Okay, my goal is to do 2 problems, to leave them on the board so you can actually use them for your homework today. Does that make sense?
Okay, I might need a recap on how to discount because I forgot over the weekend.
That's fine. We'll get to that when we're done here today. So, all right. So let's talk about the example problems that we have. So let's say we're taking out a loan. We're gonna do a car loan today. So you're gonna buy a car with your car loan. Okay, the amount of money. So the principal that we're borrowing. The principal amount that we're borrowing is going to be $5,700.
I thought we were borrowing the principal. I'm like, why would we borrow him?
No. So principal amount of money we're borrowing is $5,700. The rate that we're being charged for our loan is going to be 6% interest, which is really, really bad interest loan. And we're going to go for 3 years.
Have I seen the pelicans
this is gonna be my
in
time.
Clear Lake? There's tons of pelicans there. And that's new. I've
All right,
never seen a
hey, let's
pelican there
focus, let's
before.
focus. We can talk about that stuff later. Okay, all right, so what we need to do here is we're gonna take the principal that we're borrowing times the rate is that interest rate, which we're gonna change to a decimal, and we're gonna take it times time. This will tell us what the bank is gonna charge us to take out this loan. Does that make sense? So we're gonna so the amount is equal to P times R times T. Okay, so what's my principal amount? What are we borrowing?
5,700.
5,700. We're going to take it times the rate. What is that rate as a decimal? So if we move the decimal over 2 spots, what do we get?
0.6.
0.06. 06. Yep, 2 spots. Always 2 spots. And we're going to take that times 3 years. All right, this is where you need your calculators. I want to see everyone can actually type that on their actual calculator. I want to know what number you get when you actually multiply those together. So multiply those out. Let's see what you get. Remember, let's try to multiply those out. Let's see what you come up with. I want to see it. Don't say it out loud. I want to see what you get on your calculator. Yep. multiply those out. Let's see, don't say it out loud. Did you get it? Yep. Perfect, okay. So everyone got the same number, 1,026. What that is, that's the extra fee the bank is charging you to take out this loan. To me, that's way too high interest. They're charging way too much money to take out that loan to go buy a car. This is the extra fee. So my car is actually gonna cost me $6,000, if you think about it, because I'm taking the, you're gonna take your principal, and you're gonna add that fee. So principal, there we go, principal. And we're gonna add the interest fee, the fee that we just found. So that's taking the $5,700, and we're gonna add the $1,000 onto it. So if you add that on, your $5,700, you get $6,726 total. This is what you're gonna pay the bank back for that car. Too much money. Okay, it was a $5,700 car. You paid them an extra $1,000 for it. That's silly. Now, does everyone understand what you're doing there? Okay, it's pretty easy. You're just multiplying the three numbers. You're taking it time. You're going to add the two numbers together. Now, the last thing. This is the modification I'd like you to do for your problem today. This is the extra part. I'd like you to take whatever you get in your total, because you added your fee to what you were borrowing. Okay. The last thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to divide this number by how many months are in this amount of years. So there's what, 12 months in a year? So we're doing it for 3 years. What is that, 36 months? You just take 12 times 3, that's how you do it. And we're going to divide by 36. This will tell me what my monthly payment is going to be over that 3 years.
12 divided by 3.
No, you're taking the 6,726 divided by 36. One again.
186.833.
6.33333. So it's a $186 payment. Okay. So it's it's a $186 payment. Okay, now how did I come up with that 36 months? You take your number of years, times 12. That tells you how many months you're gonna borrow that money for, and that's the number that I made up there. That's where that 36 came from. Take 3 years times 12. Okay, let's do another one. That way you get to see one more. In fact, I'm gonna have you try this out to see if you can figure out the first part of it. Figure out what my fee's gonna be on your own, okay? I'm gonna move the camera here, and then we're gonna start on this one. I'm gonna have you see what you can do here.
I wonder what that would be like. I do
Okay.
that all the time. Like, what would it be like
Okay.
in an alternate
All right.
universe?
Okay, here's the problem I'd like you to try on your own. Okay, we're gonna take out a small loan. We're gonna take out a loan for a computer. So we're gonna take out a loan for a computer. The computer we're gonna buy is gonna be $3,259.
If it's that much, then it better be a supercomputer.
Yeah, it's definitely a high-end gaming machine. Okay, so that's the money we're borrowing. Your interest rate you're getting charged
Actually, I've
is
never seen a computer priced that high.
3.5%. I definitely have. 3.5 interest rate, and we're gonna take out the loan for 4 years.
That's crazy.
That's the time that we're gonna be taking out this
There's
loan.
no way I'll be able to afford that.
Okay, 4 years, all right. My rate, and then this is, the top number is my principal, the amount I'm borrowing. Okay, what I'd like you to do, I would like you just to figure out, by yourself, doing this math, figure out what your fee is gonna be. So just do the math that we just did a little bit ago, but I'm gonna let you try it out by yourself. I wanna see what you come up with.
Quick question for Ray. We wouldn't already have to remake it as a discount.
Yep, you gotta move it 2 spots. So it's just like this one. Whatever the rate was, you had to move the decimal 2 spots, and then you had to multiply these numbers together, okay? But yours, you have different numbers, so move it over, let's see what you come up with. I wanna see if you guys can do this one on your own.
3, 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, don't say it out loud, let's start up. Okay, I wanna see if the loan will be worthwhile. If it's too high money, we won't take the loan, but it seems kinda high right now.
And you said we always have to move the decimal twice.
Yep, twice, 2 spots, yep.
$84 and... No.
Don't say it out loud.
Oh, I know. I think I got it.
Okay, now walk around the chair. Yep.
Can I show you a shortcut on there?
Subtracted out of what?
These. Okay, so if you go 3.5 and hit second, and that little comma, it'll bring up that percent sign. Or didn't even know that.
If you moved it over one more spot, you would have one more, 2 spots. Because right now, you only moved it over one, you gotta move it over a second.
Wait, does this have something to do with discounts?
What?
Does this have something to do with discounts? 'Cause
Not yet,
I'm
not
so-
yet, nope, not yet. Okay, so Sam, keep working, don't worry, I'm not doing anything yet.
Got 8 and 9 left on page 159. And then 1 through 5 on page 160.
Okay, so Sam,
A jacket costs $75.
Sam, tell me that number you just got, because I know it's right.
Okay, times all those, so you get 456.26.
0.26. All right, this is the fee that they're charging. This is the interest fee. Now, here's what you have to do next, okay? We're gonna have to add the fee to the total that we borrowed. So gentlemen, so here's what you need to do. Take your 3,259. You're gonna have to add your fee in. And I wanna know what your total is gonna be that you're gonna pay the bank back, okay? So add in your fee. I wanna see what you guys come up with.
Oh,
Add it in.
So peaceful today.
Add in your numbers.
It is.
what?
Oh boy.
Adding in your fee.
More.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. Oh. Boom, all right, so 3,715. Now, the last step. We have to divide this, because you have to divide by how many months. How do you figure out the number of months you have to divide by?
3.
No? How many months are we gonna divide by? Last time we did this problem, we divided by 36. We're not dividing by 36 in your problem. Because how many years are we going? Oh, what, 4 years? So we gotta take the 4 years times 12. And this will give me how many months.
Slave.
So figure out how many months we're gonna divide by. What's 4 times 12?
140.
No.
48.
48. So that's the number you're gonna divide by. This tells you, when you divide by how many months there are, this will tell you what your payment per month is gonna be.
Divided by.
And again, why did 4 times 12? You went for 4 years. That's why you did times 4. So divided by 48, what are we getting? $77 payment?
Yep.
77.40.
Yeah. So $77 payment. Not a bad payment for a computer for each month, but you got to pay for 4 years. Again, that's a very high-end computer. You know, that's really high. That's out of control. Okay. You know, I'm just thinking like high-end MacBooks. You know, they're in two. Yeah, like that's about $2,000. That's $1,200 more.
That thing?
Yeah, that was about. I paid $2,700 for that one. So, but that was maxing out everything. So I mean, this is going, and the Macs are expensive by any means. This is a very high-end PC. So,
That's
What
our
type of computer is it?
Alienware.
expensive.
Alienwares aren't that much.
They're expensive. They're really
I
expensive.
had an Alienware laptop,
Those are the cheaper end ones.
but it was a older version.
All right, homework today. Let me zoom out here. Okay, here's your homework today. I'm going to put it on the board. Your problems have to do exactly that. So if you have those written down in your notes, that's exactly how your homework's going to work. I would recommend you strongly you write down the problems I've done on the board so far, because they're going to teach you how to do every single problem. Okay, nothing's worse than me training you with homework and then you forgetting how to do it the next night. So write these down. That's why I'm showing you how to do this. There's steps to it. Okay. All right. Here's your homework. It's page. And this, again, this homework is due Wednesday.
Man, you sure like having everything done Wednesday, don't you?
Yep, due Wednesday. Okay? And this is page 162, numbers 1 through
That
7.
means we have 2 minutes to do it.
Yeah, you have plenty of time. Now, if you have any other questions about previous homeworks, we can go through that. But there's your homework right there.
How much time do you mean we have?
20 minutes, 23 minutes. You have plenty of time.
A lot of minutes.
Yep. So 162, 1 through 7.